hidden wind turbine which can give us 800% more energy for our home, because solar panels are not enough. With efficiency about 22–24%, every 1 kilowatt of power needs 5 square meters of the roof. So energy output of even quite big house with quite big roof is very restricted. And what happens when the days are not so sunny? Energy from solar panels goes to zero in the winter when we need it most. So it looks like wind turbines are our solution. But until now, they require building permissions, place to put huge masts, and last but not least, strong winds. So definitely it wasn't a solution for everyone. Unless we use our roof as a wind turbine. And that's the concept of Ridgeblade. With Ridgeblade, we can power every house just by using peak of the roof. This turbine is so well integrated into the structure, most of the times you wouldn't even notice it. And this turbine is 800% more efficient than standard turbines. So finally, we have perfect clean energy solution for every home. How does it work? There is well-known scientific principle behind this design. Ridgeblade is designed to take advantage of Venturi effect. It uses our roof as a constriction which forces wind to do additional work to boost our energy production. Venturi effect is often used in various types of devices when designers want airflow to perform additional work. For example, it was used in World War I gas masks to pull the fresh air in when you exhale by using power of the breath itself. It's still used in every oxygen mask you know. And how does it work in Ridgeblade turbines? When wind hits a pitched roof, it speeds up as it reaches for the top. And this means that Ridgeblade construction on the top of the roof supercharges air, which lets us to get more energy out of it. And this design helps us also to avoid height restrictions, which are different in different jurisdictions, but in UK it's only 3 meters to the propeller tip. So now the most important question. 800% is how much exactly? And can we really get 800% more energy from the wind? Ridgeblade, in their materials, promises that it can speed up wind 2.2 times on the roof with 45 degrees slope just by using Venturi effect. 2.2 times? Why is it so beneficial? Because wind energy is proportional to velocity cubed. How? Wind energy is kinetic energy. Equation for kinetic energy is half of the mass times velocity squared. So, velocity squared. But mass of the wind, in this case, is derivative of inlet surface, air density, and velocity. So if you want to calculate wind energy, wind power, our equation looks like this. It's half of the surface area times air density times velocity cubed. And now we can see that if we increase speed 2 times, energy increases 8 times. But if we increase velocity 2.2 times, our energy output increases 10 times. And wouldn't it be just awesome? First, assumption of a wind acceleration on an obstacle. In real world, air doesn't flow in perfect smooth streams. And our roof is not a tube with orifice like in Venturi experiments. As wind moves over any obstacle, it creates turbulence which slows it down. The result? Chaotic, unpredictable airflow with loss of energy, not a smooth acceleration at all. For the second, wind always takes path of least resistance. So it is wrong to assume that the wind will willingly give us more energy just by being magically convinced to go through Ridgeblade unit instead of bypassing it and losing less energy, which is definition of path of least resistance. But all these arguments are about power of the wind, which is available for our turbine. But power of the turbine, power for us, is power of the wind times turbine efficiency. And here reveals itself the biggest problem of them all. it's Savonius. Ridgeblade is vertical wind turbine just turned over, and not any turbine. The simplest and least efficient of them all, Savonius. Savonius has efficiency 6 up to 10% max, and it's least efficient design known today. So maybe that's why Ridgeblade proposes a set of 5 of this turbine for each household, but with 10% efficiency, even 5 pieces would be enough for our home? Let's calculate. Let's calculate this for 15 meters per second, which is industry standard for assessing wind power for even big wind turbines. So, for our equation, surface area of all 5 of them together is 2.5 square meters. Air density is 122 up to 125 kilograms per meter cubed. Let's give them 125. And velocity is 15. So, let's calculate it. Half of 2.5 times 125 times 15 cubed is times 15 times 15 times 15 times efficiency. 10% is 0.1. And we see that whole this set can produce 527 watts maximum at a very strong wind. Cheap 1 kilowatt wind turbine costs $300, can produce 1 kilowatt, we've got surface 1.3 times, we've got efficiency 4 times bigger, weights only about 20 kilos, 50 pounds. So how come Ridgeblade, which costs $60,000, weighs about a ton and needs roof reinforcement? That's why they only install it by authorized installers, and produces only 527 watts? How can this be any breakthrough? So is it just another scam? Unjustified hype at best. And what's more important, better solutions already exist, just like this 1 kilowatt turbine. And if you are interested, if any of these strange wind turbines are really revolutionary, check out our mini-series.